On a sauce, the heat, it's just beautifully done. Caviar, big no-no. When you've got that heat, the last thing you want to go is that salty, expensive caviar.
Okay, sure.
But that squid ink in that tortilla, love the flavour, that saltiness from the sea, absolutely incredible. And you've taken it down a route that very few Mexican chefs would. Great job.
Thank you.
Good job, Sis.
Next up, Jerome.
You have a Nashville hot quail with a fingerling potato salad and poached quail eggs.
The dish is beautiful. It shows your journey.
You know, my inspiration for tonight is family. The frying technique is something that my mom taught me, but I wanted to find a way to elevate that to restaurant quality.
Jerome, I'm gonna take a bite of that quail. It needs to be moist, it needs to be spicy, it needs to be crispy. If all that happens on my palate, you have a dish that could win. Jerome, I've never tasted anything quite like that before. Jerome, I've never tasted anything quite like that before. This is kind of like perfection. The quail meat is flavorful. The batter is well seasoned. The spiciness of the Nashville hot sauce is spot on, perfect. There's so many different things going on this dish, and they're all really well done. My criticism would be perhaps it lacks the cohesiveness of one conceptualized appetizer.
If you go down south and you have Nashville hot chicken, your options are a coleslaw or a potato salad. That's exactly what I wanted to provide you guys, a taste of me on a plate.
You know, Jerome, I appreciate that. And you are so bound to that tradition that it's been great, and it's got you to here. But now, not everything has to be a strict reference to where you come from anymore. It's time for you to fly.
I disagree with you, Joe. I think this is exactly what Masterchef is intended to do, to bring out the best in you with us helping you with technique. So this says so much about your evolution. I think frying is the lost art in the kitchen, and it's a true art, and I think you've done that. Fantastic job.
Thank you, Chef. Jerome, I think you've done a great job. Quail's slightly gamey, the coating, delicious. You've elevated a fast food, and you paid respect to your upbringing. I love the dish. Good job.
Thank you.
So guys, an amazing start. Please head back to the kitchen. Entrees are up next.
Wow, come on, what an amazing start. 3 stunning appetizers. Whose appetizer had the edge?
Caesar's plate had it for me. It took the most risks and it paid the biggest dividends.
I agree. I think that's one of these best dishes he's ever cooked.
It pains me to say this, but I think Jerron had the dish for me. Jerron was so masterful with frying that quail.
But I feel that he was just always in his box, and the finale would be the perfect moment for him to take off.
Now, Ashley, she may have fell short on the appetizers, but this is a marathon and is not all on one course.
2 more courses to go. Let's go get our entrees. All 3 of you did an incredible job, but that was just the first course.
It is time for your entrees.
Are you 3 ready?
Yes, Chef. Yes, Chef.
Your 60 minutes starts now. Let's go. Right, this is it. Come on.
Amazing.
3 of the best appetizers we've ever seen in the history of this competition. Now, we got to follow suit with incredible entrees.
Come on, Jerron!
I'm really interested to see not only the dishes, but the progression of the menu at this point.
You don't want to make lateral movements. Each course takes it up another level.
Let's do it! For my entree, I'm making a pan-seared guinea hen breast, black-eyed peas, and collard green ragu with a quince cognac sauce.
Let's go, babe.
I really am focusing on using every part of the guinea hen. Woo. I have some ground to make up in this entree round, but what I'm doing is a whole nother level of difficult. So if I pull this off, I'm right back in this game. Oven open. Smells good.
Let's go, Caesar!
For my entree, I'm making a pan-seared duck breast, charcoal grilled vegetables, and an almond mole. Besides getting the temperature correct on the duck, to try to accomplish mole in 60 minutes is gonna be ludicrous. Done correctly, it's a beautiful texture and flavor profile.
Look at what Caesar's doing.
A mole normally takes all day.
Yeah.
In 1 hour, too ambitious.
The thing that could go wrong is that it's not enough time to fully develop all the components. But I'm doing something completely different, and I hope that bodes well for me.
México te está viendo! Your mom is cruising. I love it.
I am making carabinero prawns with heirloom grits, shellfish jus, and crispy shallots. So pretty much a shrimp and grits. Perfect. That was one of my mom's absolute favorite dishes. What I'm doing tonight is in memory of her.
45 minutes to go, guys. Come on.
Stay focused, Jerron.
Young man, question, how does it feel to be mentored by one of the best restaurateurs anywhere on the planet?
You know what? Everybody knows I love Joe.
We don't, by the way.
Yeah, we do. Okay, so that makes one of us.
But you both have one big thing in common. Joe's mum was a massive influence on him. Your mum was a huge influence on you.
Always. You know, when my mom passed away in the Last Supper that I had with her, she ordered shrimp and grits. And so, you know, it's only right for me to elevate a shrimp and grits dish.
I live in the South, so I know it. How are you gonna elevate to make it something beautiful?
You know what, Chef? My presentation has been something that I've worked on constantly in this competition. And so I'm ready to show you guys how much I've grown and how much flavor I can put into a shrimp and grits in such little time.
All right.
Good luck, young man. You got this. Come on. Well done.
Thank you. All right, so Ashley, you know, you're having arguably the best chef in the world mentor you. That's a huge honor.
Of course.
How has he guided you through this whole competition?
He makes me fearless. I feel like I've tried so many new things because of him. And guinea hen I've never done before, but I'm using every part, heart to the thigh to the breast, and my collard greens are cooking down. I'm going for it.
You picked one of the leanest and most difficult birds to cook. That guinea hen,
Yes,
when I
chef.
cut it open, I see a red bloodline, it's undercooked. If I cut the center of it and it's mealy, grainy, and dry, it's overcooked. You are walking on a very, very high wire.
Yep.
High wire, highest, baby, highest.
Good luck.
Thank you.
25 minutes remaining. Right, young man, give me a little insight to the dish. What are you cooking?
I'm making a pan-seared duck breast, charcoal roasted vegetables, and an almond mole.
Wow. He's crazy. Loco.
You have a recipe for a 60-minute mole?
Working on it.
How do you do a mole in an hour? We're baffled.
I couldn't go with the traditional mole from Puebla, so I had to pick a different mole based on guajillo peppers and almonds.
You have a mentor as one of the best Mexican chefs anywhere on the planet. He knows you can't fast-track a mole in 60 minutes. What were you doing?
I chose mole for my entree because doing something this difficult is one way to prove that I'm worthy of the title of America's next Masterchef.
There's chefs in Mexico that spend a year making a mole.
I know, but-
You're doing it in 60 freaking minutes.
I knew going into it was a gamble, and I mean, right now I'm feeling like I might have made a mistake.
60-minute mole. It better be freaking good. Caesar, there's chefs in Mexico that spend a year making a mole.
I know, but-
You're doing it in 60 freaking minutes.
60 minutes. It's ambitious, but if I want this title, those are the kind of moves that I have to make, Chef.
Mama, what was he doing?
Se ve bien, maravilloso. That's how good he is. You can do it.
Hearing my mom and my sisters cry out from the balcony reminds me of why I chose mole to begin with.
Woo! Sí se puede!
I'm here to make my family proud and make myself proud and showcase dishes that represent me and my upbringing and my roots and my home.
Good luck, Caesar.
Thank you,
Sounds
thank you,
amazing.
guys.
Good luck.
Let's go, babe. Let's go, girlie.
We are down to the last 10 minutes.
Let's go.
Y'all got this.
There's a lot at stake here. 3 really ambitious entrees. Jerome is doing basically elevated shrimp and grits, right?
Dude, those prawns look amazing.
The color's gorgeous.
My big question about Jerome's entrees, can you elevate it?
Yep.
Very few chefs in this country have taken that to the Premier League. But, come on, the last meal with his mum,